Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Nordic Turns, and you're watching Alan from Sweden. I hope you all are fine and good. Today I'm going to talk about the program that we are offering for Eton College, Vancouver, Canada. Last video I was talking about Eton College and why Vancouver and why we should go for that kind of diploma professional degree. But today I'm going to talk about a little bit more about the degrees and how about the tuition fees and why you should take this kind of professional degree from a college in Vancouver, Canada. So first of all, those who wants to go to Canada, doesn't matter from which country, from Europe or from South Asia or somewhere else, but my suggestion is, if you want to go to Canada, your goal should be like you have to save the money for the tuition fees, and you need to have opportunity after graduation. You need to have the opportunity to have like something like a professional degree, or you can get a job after the degree or something like that. So first goal is to get a job, and second of all, to get into Canada. So if you want to get into Canada without any cost, without any like high tuition fee cost, that this kind of diploma courses will help you. Why? Because this kind of diploma courses is not that much costly. Of course they are costly, but when we kind of agent is working with that kind of colleges, we got high discount scholarship. So that kind of discount scholarship we can give you as a student. So if you started working with Nordic Turns, we can give you like a more than 30 to 50% scholarship from different courses. So it's up to 50% scholarship that we can give. And second of all, there are one courses that is for 96 weeks. This is kind of called tourism and hospitality management, Canadian experience. It calls co-op. That co-op is special because if you go into that kind of co-op degree, diploma degree, you can directly go as a work permit holder during a study permit. So when you are applying for this study permit, you can have the work permit also, because this is kind of like a Canadian experience degree. So when you started that kind of diploma program, and that kind of diploma program will give you Canadian experience, which you need when you apply for PNP or the provincial nominal program, or for the Canadian express entry for the permanent residency. So that will help you, first of all. Second of all, after completing 96 weeks, almost 2 years, you can have 1 year more for the PGWP, that is called postgraduate work permit. That postgraduate work permit is for 1 year, and then after completing these 3 years, you can apply for the permanent residency, because then your permanent residency requirement has been met. So that course is a very special, and we are offering this course in 13,000 Canadian dollar. 13,000. If you want to go to the Eton College and you want to do this similar course directly to the Eton College, they will charge 30,000 Canadian dollar, and we are giving like a more than 50% scholarship for that. So that's the 13,000 Canadian dollar, and you have to give this 13,000 Canadian dollar like 50%, 7,500 when you are flying to Canada, like applying for the resident permit to get the acceptance letter. And after, when you finish your first semester and then second semester, when you are like second year, actually after like 150 days it says. So after 150 days, then you will pay 7,500 more, like rest of the amount for the tuition fee. So there are like installment, and then after this installment, there are another thing, like you can have a good accommodation for the environment, for the education in Eton College, because they have students from Russia, a student from USA, a student from Australia, a student from Europe. So you can have a very multicultural environment for the education. So this travel, tourism and hospitality management Canadian experience, that is 96 weeks, and this course will cost 13,000 Canadian dollar, and the application fee is 125 Canadian dollar that you have to pay during the application time to us, and then there are plus service charge of no returns that we will charge also. So for this kind of course, which is like two years, almost 2 years, you can immediately come to like English assessment test by Eton College if you don't have IELTS. If you have IELTS like 6 or 6.5, that's okay, then you don't sit for any kind of English assessment test. That's okay, the requirement is met. But if you don't have any IELTS, don't worry about that. you don't need to sit for the IELTS exam again. You can just sit for an exam like an English assessment test by Eton College. It's a 45 minutes test. When we give the application to all the documents to Eton College, they will schedule for an exam, and then if you pass that test, you are eligible for resident permit and get the admission in Eton College. So without IELTS, those who doesn't have any plan to give the IELTS exam now, they can plan now for the application in Eton College, and then if you pass you can go with this assessment test like twice, thrice. So if you fail the exam, you can have another exam after some weeks. So that's not a problem. But for Eton College, there are one benefit that if you don't have IELTS, if you pass that assessment test, you are eligible for the program. First of all. Second of all, most of the universities in Canada, they always prefer your university certification to be evaluated by WES or some kind of similar authorities or organization that is called ECA. That ECA is not needed, like educational credentials evaluation, this kind of thing. So this kind of ECA is not needed for Eton College. So ECA is not needed, then your that certification evaluation is shortened. Then you don't need any IELTS because you are passing the self-assessment test by Eton College. And then the tuition fee is like you are getting 50% scholarship for that program. So these three benefit you are getting when you proceed with Nordic Turns for Canada. And then when the process is like that, you will send your service charge and application fee, $125, and then service charge for Nordic Turns. And then you will send all the documents. Then you will sit for the English assessment test. If you pass that test, then we can have the letter of acceptance by 1 week. I should say it's a kind of like 3 to 5 working days it will take. Then after the letter of acceptance, we will start the resident permit application in IRCC. So that's kind of like a process. And then we need to show like 13,000 Canadian dollar for the, not 13,000, it's like a 15,000 now, because we are giving you 50% scholarship. So 15,000 Canadian dollar, then 20,000 Canadian dollar for your living expense, and 5,000 for the travel expense. So 25 and 15, that is $40,000 you have to show to your bank account. And then when we show this and finish the resident permit application, it takes highly like 8 to 12 weeks to get the decision from IRCC. So I think that if you are ready with the application process, you can just start sending an email to service@nordicturns.se, and then we started your processing. So I think this is kind of simplified the process. And also, if I need to demonstrate something like the process and everything, you just call to WhatsApp number when you are having communication with the DISA about the application process. When you send an email, service@nordicturns.se, they will send you all the documents requirement, and then you send it. And in that email, in the signature, you will find the WhatsApp number of DISA. Then you can write something to DISA in WhatsApp, and then you can start the communication. I think this is better, because then by email sometimes we are not able to give the email like tremendously or simultaneously. So it's better when you are giving giving WhatsApp knock, and then we are starting communication fastly. So I think this is kind of like the process. And then if I demonstrate more about the resident permit or the session, we have 3 sessions in Eton College. One is in January, one is in May, one is in September. Right now the students, those who are started the process already with us for Eton College, they are focusing for the session for the month of September. And then when you are like losing the time in September, like you contact with us in August or in July, then we don't prefer to have the September session. We prefer to have you in January session. If you are like closed in December and contact with us, then we suggest you to apply for the session in the month of May. So 3 sessions, don't worry about it. Just send us an email about your intention, which courses you want to go. We have a 67 weeks course that is called Travel and Tourism in Business Administration in Travel and Tourism, Business Administration in Hotel Management, and then we have some kind of like analytics programmer developer, that kind of course that is 54 weeks. So we have different kind of this kind of programs we have for professional diploma degree in Eton College. And when you write to us about your certification, you add your certification in the email certification, and then if you have any IELTS exam, or if you don't have IELTS, you can write also that one, and then you can send your passport also. We will see your validity of the passport, because when we start the communication and everything, we need to know that if your passport is need to renew it, or is it enough the validity you have now in your passport. So that's all kind of. So we started the processing and everything in a very fast way. So which students now, they are sending email and having all the verification and everything. Then we got all the documents from you. We just send it to the Eton College, and then they are sending us the schedule for the English assessment and test. Those who doesn't have any IELTS exam or TOEFL or PT Pearson. So I should say, you just don't waste your time. If you don't have any IELTS and don't have any plan to give the IELTS test, just knock us for the Canada, and then we will serve for you to get admission in the professional degree, diploma degree in Eton College, Vancouver, Canada. We are here to make your dream true, and we will work for you for giving the best service that you are not getting from any kind of agent or sourcing company for those who are working for the admission in Canada. So we are here to give you the best service experience ever. Thank you very much, and we hope that we will meet again in emails, WhatsApp, or some other communication. Okay, those who have any question about this, just write the comments. Subscribe my YouTube channel, because there are a lot more coming up about Canada next some months. And also we are having the communication with different universities in Canada, how we can make accreditation with them, and how we can make more courses and programs for the students. So we are on that process. Those who are having a application already have the application for have applied for the application in Sweden and Finland for the master's program. The application result will be coming the 30 March, and 6th of April for Sweden, and 30 March for Finland. So those who are waiting for that, don't be anxious, don't be stressed. The thing will be coming even more for you, what is coming for you, for the betterment, for your betterment, and for the better career for you. Okay, so let's see in another video, and if you like it, please like and share for other students, those who can share it for others. So, and then subscribe my YouTube channel, so that we can have more videos and more topics to discuss with. Okay, I just make some notes from some different comments from the YouTube channel, and then I'm trying to make some videos, because some students who request me for making a video about Turku, University of Turku and the city of Turku. So I'm gathering some information, those who are living in Turku, and then give some information. When they will give some information to me, I will make videos for you guys. I hope you have a nice day and a nice week. Assalamu alaikum. Allah Hafiz.